For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone as we talk some women's cross country here. Some big news today. Allie Hackett, ACU junior from Rhode Island, was named the Athlete of the Year in women's cross country for the Southland Conference. And this guy, Keith Barnier, head coach of the year in women's cross country. And the exciting news, of course, comes on the heels, Allie, of your winning the individual title last week in Huntsville, Texas, in the Southland Conference women's cross country race, and the team winning the title. When you go back to Friday, going into that race, what was the mindset? How confident were you?
The mindset was definitely serious and calm at the same time because we knew we'd put in the work, so we just wanted to be confident. I think we all were. And it was a little nerve-wracking, but I knew that we could do it if we just performed the way that we've been doing all season. So it was serious but confident at the same time.
Did you get the sense from whatever interaction you had with athletes from other schools, did you personally, and did you feel like the team felt like the front runners, felt like the favorites going in?
I think there was a little bit sense of we are the favorites. But we tried not to think about that. We knew that we could not count anyone out because we knew that SFA and Lamar would put up a really good fight. So we were just trying our hardest to stay serious and focus on our goal while also knowing that we had a lot of expectations of us.
You told me that you hadn't planned to jump out in front quite as early as you wound up doing. Why did that happen?
I think it just happened because I knew from experience how I felt, and I knew what I was capable of doing in that race. I just went according to how I was feeling, and I knew that I could push myself a little harder, so I just didn't hold back.
Which was more nerve-wracking, running the race or then after finishing watching to see where your teammates would finish?
I think running the race is actually a little more nerve-wracking because I didn't know who was behind me, and you can't really hear much in a cross-country race. So I was just trying to push myself, and especially since I was alone, so I really had no one pushing me, so I didn't really have a feel of what was going on and what my times were going to be like. And then afterwards, when I saw that Diana was just three people behind me, and then Michaela was just 3 people behind her, I knew that we had a pretty good shot. So that was exciting.
When you saw everyone finishing, you're, I guess, mentally trying to tabulate, where do we stand? When did you know?
We honestly didn't know until our coach, Ray Walker, came up and told us. After I finished, I wasn't really thinking about anything else other than the fact that I finished, so I wasn't actually trying to add up all the scores because I kind of just turned around and then lost track of where everyone was. So I didn't know until after. We all didn't know, and that was just a huge relief and so exciting. When
you found out the news earlier today that you'd been named the Athlete of the Year in the Southland Conference Women's Cross Country, what did you think?
I was a little bit surprised. I wasn't expecting it, but I knew that I put in the work, so it's great being recognized for that, but I think I'm just here running, doing something that I love, so I wasn't expecting anyone to give me any recognition for that, but I really appreciate it.
How fun to see Michaela get second team.
Very exciting. I knew that after seeing her work as hard as I was working last year too, she is improving so much. Everyone says that from my freshman to sophomore year, I improved a lot, and then sophomore to junior year, I improved a lot. Michaela improved more than me, and she is going to be right on my tail in 2 seconds. So I am so excited about that.
Well, let's talk to your head coach here. She said she wasn't expecting that accolade from the Southland Conference, but who else could it be this year?
Yeah, when you win by 30 seconds, there's not a real long list of names of people who could be number one.
But, Coach, it's not just about the fact that she got it done at the Southland Conference Championships. Athlete of the Year is for the whole season, and she was dominant against a wide spectrum of opponents, wasn't she?
Absolutely. At one point this year, she had the third fastest time in all of Division I for the 5K. And every meet we went to, she was dominant, and she kept getting better every meet. And that doesn't happen all the time. And she had momentum coming into this championship.
It's great for her individually, but Coach, as a team, to get it done as a team, what do you think about as the head coach?
Well, I'm ecstatic because cross country does not get a lot of recognition just in nature, and everybody understands winning the championship, and especially the first one in the Southland Conference at a school as tradition-rich as ACU. So I'm ecstatic for my coaches, Ray Walker, a volunteer coach last year, and Drew Graham, our amazing inspiration. So it just took a lot of work from a lot of people, and I'm just really glad to see it happen.
Well, we're going to celebrate this one for a long time, but as we do peek ahead, Coach, you've got everybody coming back, basically, don't you?
Absolutely, and we're going to add some pieces to this. And I would say momentum would be a nice word. And Allie is just an amazing leader, an inspiration. She made up her mind she wants to be great, and she affected the whole team, and now our whole campus and the Southland Conference. And the book hasn't been written yet on Allie Hackett. She's still got a lot to accomplish. And we were talking about the USA Championships, qualifying for the USA Championships coming up here in track. So she's a great leader.
Well, we mentioned Allie and Michaela getting second team. Diana Garcia Munoz also got first team. Aubrey Till, freshman of the year in women's cross country in the Southland Conference. Exciting times for the women's cross country program at ACU. For Allie Hackett, the conference champ and the athlete of the year, and for the head coach of the year in the Southland Conference women's cross country, Keith Barnier. I'm Grant Boone for ACUSports.com.